Good morning again. This is Kamera. We're on day number 119, 2 Kings chapter 23 through 25. These are the last couple of chapters in 2 Kings. So King Josiah is king. And remember, he became king at the age of 8 years old. And he reigned, I believe, 31 years. And they had found, Hilkiah, the priest, had found the book of the law, which was in the temple of God, and he gave it to Josiah. We read that yesterday. But now, at this point, he read through the king read through the book. But get this, he calls all the elders of Judah, the prophets, the priests, the leaders, the officials, everybody. And guess what he does? He reads the entire book of the covenant to everyone. And then once he finished reading it, he renews his covenant with God, and then he pledges to God that he will obey him. And the people followed his lead at that point. After that, he tore down anything that resembled or where people would worship any other gods. He tore down altars, poles. He tore down pillars and shrines, goddesses, horses that were dedicated to the sun. He tore down. It's like he went through the entire kingdom and just searched for anything that could defile the children of Israel. He anything that they could erect or reuse, he defiled those things. He killed the priests of the pagans. He executed them. He got rid of the mediums. He got rid of the psychics. He got rid of any household gods and idols. So it's like he went through and looked and just searched for anything that could defile the children of Israel concerning any other idol worship or other god worship. And he destroyed them. He burnt them. He tore them down. He demolished them. He did all types of things. He defiled those things that he did not tear down, but he defiled them where they couldn't use them again. But anyway, he in some cases, he burned and tore down anything that that could defile the children of Israel. And then once that was done, he celebrated the Passover. The Passover that they had was one that hadn't been done since the judges ruled. But this is the thing, God was still upset with the children of Judah. Remember what Manasseh had done. Manasseh, he did like the worst of the worst of the worst, seemed like, of all the kings of Judah. And he reigned for 55 years. So that was a long time for him to lead the people into idol worship. So that was a long time. It was in them. And God was upset about that. So he was still angry with them. Like I said yesterday, there was no coming back. God basically told him there was no coming back from that. He was still going to allow disaster to happen to the children of Judah. And so Josiah was killed in battle with, I believe, with the Assyrian king and Pharaoh, the Egyptian king, Necho. So Necho also he placed, after he killed Josiah, he jailed Josiah's son. Josiah's son was placed into office. He was there for 3 months, and he jailed Jehoaz. Jehoaz only reigned three months, and he jailed him. And I believe he died in jail as well. And he placed his name Jehoaz son, or was it son, or another one? Josiah's brother. At that point, he placed Josiah's brother Eliakim in office, and he reigned for 11 years. Eliakim is his name, and Necho renamed him to Zedekiah. Oh, no, he did not. I'm sorry. I got that confused. I think there was another rename somewhere in the Bible. Jehoiakim. I'm trying to remember these names, right? But I have them down so I won't forget them. Jehoiakim is Josiah's other son name. He was placed into position. His original name was Eliakim, and he reigned for 11 years. Nebuchadnezzar comes into play at this time. Nebuchadnezzar is the king of Babylon. He invaded the children of Judah, and they decided to go ahead and pay tribute to him. But get this, God, remember this, God allows the evil people to overtake, his people a lot of times. I see that. Not that what they're doing is right, what they're doing, but he does allow those evil people to take over. Babylonians, the Moabites or Arameans, they all of them were sent to raid the children of Israel. Yeah, they were being terrorized during all that time. So all that disaster was placed on the children of Israel, children of Judah, because of what Manasseh had brought to them and what they were practicing. Yeah. And so, God said that he was going to banish the children of Judah from his sight. And that's what he used to get to them, all those different people. But Babylon seemed like to be the main source that God used, because Jehoiakim, when Babylon came and attacked the children of Judah, Jehoiakim, he surrendered. Him, the queen mother, the officials, they all surrendered to Nebuchadnezzar. And so Nebuchadnezzar, he took the best of the best of the best. Looked like he took the best, like the talented people, the elite people, the officials, the commanders. He took all of them, the royal families. He took all of them and made them captive. He didn't take any poor people. He took the best of the troops, people who were able to fight, men of war. He installed a new king, and he was the uncle of Jehoiakim. Remember, Jehoiakim is now prisoner, So he placed someone else in position, and that was his uncle, Jehoiakim. I'm sorry, his uncle, I didn't even write down his uncle's name. I just know that his uncle's name was renamed to Zedekiah. So Zedekiah was placed as king, and he reigned for 11 years in Judah. But even though he reigned, it looked like Babylon was still ruling them, to be honest with you. And he ruled for 11 years, and get this, he rebelled against the Babylonians. And so they besieged Judah. Yeah, they besieged them hard. And so Zedekiah found a way of escape. It's like they must have broke down a piece of a wall and escaped from Jerusalem at that time through the wall. Babylonians, they caught him. He tried to escape. They caught him. And what they do is they take him back to Babylon. They allow him to watch as they execute his sons. They slaughter his sons. And then they gouge out Zedekiah's eyes. Isn't that something? And so, Babylonians went back and they destroyed the temple of God. They destroyed the palace. They destroyed the house, all the houses. They destroyed the important buildings in Judah. And then they exiled the rest of the people except for a few poor. Okay? So remember, Jehoiakim is still in jail at this time in Babylon. He's still in jail, even though his uncle was placed in position. Jehoiakim is still in jail. And so when the Babylonians took all that stuff, and they still plundered as much as they could from Judah. And other things began to happen. They sent other people from Babylon to rule over the remaining people who were in Judah. And then there's some conspiracies, and then there's some murders. There's some other things that happen, even with the Babylonians ruling the remaining people in Judah. So get this, the 37th year of Jehoiakim. Remember, he surrendered to Nebuchadnezzar. He's still in jail. But the 37th year, there's a new king. And his name, as I wrote it down, Evil Merodach. I think I pronounced that right, Evil Merodach. And he showed kindness to Jehoiakim, and he released him from prison. And that was 37 years in prison. And he showed him kindness, he released him, and he set him up in a nice place. He gave him a position of the highest rank of any of the children of Judah who were exiled to Babylon. And so this new king of Babylon actually showed kindness to that king of Judah. And treated him with kindness, put him in position, and gave him some things. So there's a lot going on. I had to write down a lot of stuff I didn't want to forget. But we see that I love the fact that King Josiah, who was only 8 years old, how humble he was to God, and how he tried to set everything right. And even though he was told that there was no coming back, during his reign, he still did everything he can to show God that he loved him, he respected him, and he was going to do all he can during his reign to encourage the people, not only him, but encourage the people to serve God and obey all of God's commands and decrees. So he even, I love how he committed himself to God and how he tried to encourage others. But get this, even his sons, I just don't get it. Even his sons after him went to start doing evil things. All the kings after him started doing evil things all over again. How does that happen, right? And Babylon takes over, basically. That's when Babylon takes the children of Israel children of Judah at this point. The wall is torn down. The palace, the temple, everything is torn down. The kingdom is plundered by the Babylonians. So that's where we are, guys. That's where we are. The Israel was already taken. Now Judah's taken. Children of Israel all exiled to different places. Children of Israel exiled by the Assyrians, and the children of Judah exiled by the Babylonians. Remember where they came from. Remember where they came from. Remember how God had blessed them. Remember what was the result of their sins and abandoning God. And guys, we need to ask God to help us to understand what he wants us to understand out of this message, these lessons. What do you want me to get out of this, Lord? How do I apply this to my life, Lord? Help me to understand what you want me to see in your word, Lord. And help me, Lord, to be that person you want me to be. Okay, so there we have it, guys. That's day number 118, the last 3 chapters of 2 Kings, which is 2 Kings chapter 23, 24, and 25. You guys have a God-filled blessed day.